What's going on, guys? It's the Outcasts, and welcome back to episode 11 of the TKI series. And finally, we're putting some PvP in. I know you guys are getting sick and tired of the farming videos. We're just being farming, nothing else. So, I joined in on a bit of a raid, and man, it's been a while since I've PvP'd, so I was not used to this at all. But anyways, if you guys are new to this series, make sure to go down in the link in the description and go watch the whole series. There is a playlist with episode 1 through 10 on it, so make sure to go check that out. I recommend starting from episode 1 because then you'll be caught up. There's just so many episodes to catch up on. But anyways, shout out to TKI because the server is actually a really good server. They have all kinds of Spanish servers, German, all of that. I've already said that multiple times in the server, but the link for that is in the description for their Discord, so go check it out. And we have a new option on our channel. I'll eventually shut up about this, but I just want to keep getting it out there, and it is called Join. It's right next to subscribe, so I'm going to explain this really fast because I've noticed that you guys don't really like me talking about this for a long time. So anyways, it's simple. There's 99 cents, $4.99, and $19.99. You can pick whichever one you want. It just helps to support our channel. That's about it. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy. Now onto the video. So from the last clip, it may also look like we were offlining them, but for some odd reason they only had one person on, and we fobbed up while the one person was on, and we showed, well, I mean, we don't have proof because I didn't show up until we had the whole fob set up, but we showed up and he was online. And then out of nowhere, he just logged, like he came outside, saw that we fobbed up, and just logged off. So they took 70% less damage, which sucks. But eventually they did log back on, so that damage got put back up, so that really helped us out. So our main objective for this base was to land on the roof and get in through the roof. Because if you see the base, it is just a giant turret wall. And this is built on the side of a cliff, so it is very, very difficult to get in any other way. So I was going ahead and I was taking out all the X seeds for us. But again, they were getting 70% damage, but I think about halfway through, the damage went back up. So we could damage them a lot more, and it would take probably 5 or 6 per. But we had the most people on for this that we've probably ever had active on in our tribe. I hate to say that, but whatever. But anyways, as you see with that trike right there, it got destroyed within literally not even a minute. It was just dead. Like, so whenever we saw that with our really good saddles, we were like, okay, this isn't good. So we were trying to really just sit there and think of a good plan. But you know, I was just doing my own things, taking out X seeds and all that. So yeah, it was about right here whenever we realized that they were on. So once we actually did realize that they did get back on, we noticed that they decided to come up top and started sniping us, and they had amazing fabbies, which we now have, thanks to them. But anyways, I don't know why, but they threw a Giga out on their roof, so we just decided to take advantage of our little spot up here and just snipe them, and we killed probably 3 or 4 of their Gigas. They kept throwing out more because they thought that they could kill our soakers whenever they were gonna drop. But little did they know that they all died anyways before they even got down to the base, so that was just kind of a waste of Gigas. Here's one of their fabbies being put to work on me. As you can see, I got a little bit pissed off of how fast that this just killed me. But I think my helmet was broken, but still, either way, the fabbie instantly killed me and I was full health. And this was before I did my mind wipe. I had 400 health, so it just one-tapped me for some odd reason. Here was their very first push that they did on us. They had a golem and a quetz, which just know we were here for about 2.5 hours just sniping their stuff, mainly because we didn't have anything to do that big of a push because our methods that we were trying to use just kept failing. But anyways, here's just a clip of them doing their first push on our little fob.
Put them on players only now.
Oh, I have a chrono timer. Oh no. Hey, can somebody throw my Giga out just in case?
Dude, I'm fucking hammering these guys. Wait, why is one of them Like,
There's nobody even on the golem.
Yeah, put it on players only. There's no one on the golem. No, there's no
Oh,
point
there's a
in
griffin
players
right
only.
in front of us. How is that griffin not being killed? Yo, light that griffin up.
Light the Quetzal, it's getting bloody.
shoot that fucking griffin, dude.
Yeah,
Chest
that's
piece
what
is
I'm
broken off the griffin guy. Oh, he's dead. Is that griffin not dead? What?
Wait, those are on all the survivors.
Nice.
But yeah, after about 15 to 20 seconds of us just lighting their Quetz up, it got pretty bloody and he decided to back off. We also think that his golem got a little bit low, so he had to heal that back up, even though it doesn't make sense. They had no rider on the golem, so it was taking more damage. They also didn't have a UD, so they were soaking basically none of our turrets. And as you see, we had about 1200 in each turret, and we still had an entire replicator full of bullets back at our other base, so we could just keep transferring back and getting more bullets. So we noticed that they were dropping a lot of stuff off the side of the cliff, like their Quetzals. So I went down there and threw out a pocket Giga and just decided to start munching him like crazy. But he had a lot of health on this Quetzal and for some reason didn't die, and the plant Z's for some reason did not work. So he could just hop right back on. But anyways, their other Quetzal above ran out of stam and was just kind of hovering there. And he was also, well no, I think he was overweighted. It was one or the other. But he was overweight, so he couldn't move. So we were waiting for the golem to fall down so I could kill it. And this happened. Giga on me, Giga on me. Yeah. Reese. I'm about to get raged. Oh, I raged him.
Keep shooting Quetzal.
Oh my god.
No chest piece on that guy.
Quetzal's.
Quite so close.
Their Gigas suck.
Keep shooting, keep shooting.
Oh, there's another guy going down, dude.
Another Giga. Oh no, I'm so
Second
dead.
Giga
I'm
down?
so dead. Another Giga without a saddle.
Their quest is it's so low. The rock golem's coming down.
Oh my
look at
god.
where the rock golem is. Rock golem's
Reese
coming
out,
down.
please.
Shoot the
Reese out.
Quest is so low, dude. He moved it.
Oh, what? Why?
Why is he going after you?
He's an ARK Giga.
I just raged both of them.
Whose gig is this?
I don't know.
Just kill
Guys,
me.
I just raged both of them. Look.
He's just gone off the cliff. If it were ARK Giga.
Hey, can somebody go make sure that they don't fly out
Somebody's
their rock
flying down, dude.
There's Gigas everywhere. Help! Somebody help! Somebody else
dead?
pocket Giga. Somebody else pocket Giga. Pocket
I
Giga.
can't. I'm stuck at the bottom with no crossbow for like 100 times. I'm the only other person with a gig.
Can I?
And we've got
Can
no
I rage?
Wait, no,
Can I rage him?
it's
Please rage,
on
please
the
rage.
bottom. Dude.
Please rage. Please rage. Please rage. He's about to
Gonna get cryo
rage.
sick, dude.
So yeah, as you can see, that was pretty intense. I was asking for another pocket Giga to come out with me to help me, because my Giga was getting a little bit low. And unfortunately, he raged off of the 30 Giga. But just to think that I killed that many Gigas and raged them so fast really shows that they had really bad Gigas. Because these Gigas at the time were hatching with like 200 melee. So I don't know why they had really bad Gigas, but they just were not focusing on really anything, because their bases had really no turret ammo either. After about a few more hours, we decided to put a Magmasaur up on the cliff plat just to test it out, and they pocket gigged it because we had no heavies over there. Unfortunately, we were not thinking, but we were just lighting it up with compounds, and it did eventually die, but the Magmasaur did get killed. Here was round 2 of them trying to take out our fob, this time with a text echo, and they instantly backed off right as I did this with a rocket launcher, because they did not want to get killed. But that's basically all we really had to do to keep them back away from us, was just to get rockets and rocket launchers, and they just kind of backed up. After a little bit of thinking and a lot of our teams dying, we were starting to think of different ways to soak this base, and I know this may sound a little bit crazy, but this was the best way that we found, was just doing this. And yeah, they don't survive for more than 10 seconds, but if you think about it, you're soaking a ton of tech turrets, which was our biggest issue, because every single tech turret shoots at least 3 times every time, so we just kept doing that over and over. Then we thought of probably our best idea that we've ever thought of while raiding, is we had a lot of backup magmas, so we were like, hey, what if we take a magma up there? Even though you guys saw the other magma, we were testing it out over there and it didn't work, so we kind of gave up for a little bit. And then we came back and we're like, hold up, what if we get one right over our base shooting down? And as you can see, it worked pretty well, because they were just kind of sitting there and they did a lot of damage. So we found out that was the best meta. The problem with it, it was very, very time consuming. So here's where we were about after maybe 2 hours of Magmasaur raiding. And it was pissing them off so much to the point where they all literally logged off. One guy was just AFK in there, and they kept running out of flag and running out of so much stuff. And then they decided to despawn all their loot. Or so that they said that they did, so we showed it to the admin and they got in a lot of trouble for that. But this is probably 2 hours after. We just kept dropping more stuff just to try to see if we could soak the bullets, but unfortunately that didn't work. But we got lucky with some of the Magmasaur shots. Some of them actually did hit the turrets, and if you know that them over time it does more and more damage. So per shot it would do about 300 damage to each turret. And then after a while of that, we got 2 more cliff plats set up over there, and we had 2 people sitting on magmas constantly firing on the base so we could take it down faster. And I just decided, hey, well, we have a lot of golems, so we just decided to suicide one of them off the side of our cliff plat, and here's how it went right here. But as you can see, I hopped off of it so he took less damage, and he survived really. Okay, he survived for a pretty long time, but if you think about it, he still didn't survive over a minute, which sucks, but there's no other way to really raid the space, and they just had too many turrets on the top of their base. After a very, very long 9.5 hour raid, we somehow managed to get into their base. We just kept falling off, and somehow they got into their base. I didn't, so I was screen recording this, and as you can see, they were tech rifling the tech Jenny, and it went down very, very fast. And once that was down, the whole base was down and we were in. So here's all the loot that we got from that raid. So yeah, they had a good amount of loot. We didn't really benefit on any BPs, but we didn't care, other than we got a 301 Fabby BP, which was insane. That was our biggest benefit. Everything else we did not really need. But we got lots of heavy turrets, a good amount of lines that we did not have. That helps out, and a little bit of Giga saddles. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to leave a like if you're new, and don't forget to subscribe. And also leave us some feedback if you like the series, if you want some more PvP, if you want more talkovers, or if you want more actual in-game of us talking over the clips. Just let us know down in the comments. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.